Starting soon.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. At least we got a warm up to it, mate. Anyway. Hello everyone, we are now officially live. We did have a little bit of a 5-minute conversation between ourselves and thinking we was actually live, but numbnuts here forgot to press the live button. Apologies, that is all completely my fault. Paul is here with me today, and literally 3 weeks ago to the day we did an end of season review for United's season. And Paul then went away on holiday. That was 3 weeks ago, and I was going to open up tonight by asking Paul exactly what he felt about what has actually happened in them 3 weeks, how he's felt about what's actually gone on. But the issue there is, mate, absolutely nothing has happened at all. Paul has gone on holiday. He's had 2 weeks off. He's cut himself off from social media. He only got back on Friday. First thing he's done, he's come on, turned the TV on straight away. Liverpool win the Champions League. That basically is Paul's welcome back to the country from his holiday. And Paul, total feelings on that Liverpool game quickly before we get into the nitty gritty stuff. How are you feeling? I mean, I took it as a few people that Pochettino pretty much bottled that last night because he played Harry Kane instead of Lucas Moura. I thought that's what really killed Tottenham going forward, because Kane was miles behind the pace for me, and if Pochettino was going to be United manager, it's decisions like that that would worry me. That's what I've got a fear of Ollie in going forward. The sort of, yes man, he's our big player, even though he's not played or not playing well, he has to play. How did you see that last night in that?
Listen, Liverpool winning any Champions League or any trophy is a killer. But because the game was so poor and it was such a damn squid game, it just didn't feel as bad as it should have been. Like, them winning that Champions League should have felt a lot worse it is, but because the game was so poor and nothing happened and it was like a pre-season friendly. Listen, if Liverpool would have won 5-0 and Mo Salah would have scored an overhead kick and Van Dijk would have scored a 30-yarder, you know what I mean? It would have just been a killer of all killers. But you know what? Because it was such a poor game, it weren't as hard to take as I thought it was going to be, to be fair.
No, it was a crap game, to be honest. Well, I'm thinking 3 weeks sort of in between season finishing and Champions League final being played, obviously getting yourselves up for that game, thinking that you should already be finishing, the heat and everything like that. But to be honest, it was still, I literally, as soon as that second goal went in, it was red button time.
Yeah, it was over.
Off you go. It's painful to watch. The fact that we're talking about Liverpool winning the Champions League, what decisions Pochettino was making for Spurs, kind of says it all really towards our end of season, because it's absolutely, we've just had zero encouragement at all. Literally, you've been away, nothing has happened. I thought now, in these next 2 weeks, I can understand people saying you got to wait for all the leagues to finish around the world, everyone in Europe to get their season finished. Champions League's done now. It is officially over. The season is done and dusted. So if United don't make any moves now in these next 2 weeks, because that's when these little international games are going to be finished as well now, then we're halfway through June. The pre-season tour is going to be like nearly 2 weeks away, and Ali wants all his signings done. I can't see Ed Woodward making that many signings in that space of time, mate. So we have to have at least 2 signings. I can understand if things have been done, talks and negotiations have been done, which is why I'm expecting some decisions to actually come out, some news to come out now in these next 2 weeks. We need it.
Desperately.
We need something to pick us up, mate, because we're flat.
We're not even getting linked with anyone at the minute, though, are they?
We've had the excitement of De Ligt, that's been up and down. He's been messing around in interviews, winding everyone up. And then, lo and behold, yesterday we make a signing. A 16-year-old Dylan Hoggenworth, I think, I don't even know him, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, 16,
yeah.
Mate, we need to buy established players. We're far and well beyond of building them. What we're going to do, wait 3 years? We can't wait 3 years for this kid. We need players who can come in now and make a big impact. Yeah. Players like Van Dijk, look at Van Dijk, who went to Liverpool 2 years ago. They got to the Champions League final last season. They got to the last game of the season to win the league and got to the Champions League final again. That's the type of players we need. Not 16-year-old. And I get people say, oh, he's the next best thing. But we've done it before. I remember a few years back, we signed a Brazilian, 12 years old, brought his full family over with him, set him up. He's playing in League 2 now. They don't always make it to be how they are, you know.
No, it's like that. I do understand the youthful look of it, but in terms of getting excited about 16-year-olds,
you can't.
it's
That's
not.
just crazy.
It's not. It's not. We're not even counting that as a sign. We're just looking like United are actually alive. They're not completely dead, and they're actually, something has actually happened. But in terms of going forward and players we actually need to bring in, the established ones, even younger ones like De Ligt, who is established
He's
captain.
Experienced, yeah. He's played in Champions League.
He's well in there now. He's played at the highest level and made some massive performances, scored some massive goals and dragged the Ajax team through. So that sort of player, yeah, I don't mind that. But again, it's dragging on. People are getting disheartened, starting to get worried again, and we need some sort of action. Like I said, 2 weeks now, the internationals would have finished, and we need to be. We need something, because we go into that pre-season, into that training camp, going on tour. Then with this bunch of players now, then I just fear. I've got that horrible feeling coming on again right now. It's because nothing's happened. It's bubbling, and they're making little announcements here and there, just trying to buy time. Nothing is actually happening, and that is a massive worry at the moment. It's killing me.
It's
I don't know.
stale, isn't it? Woodward's like, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing the same since he's been doing for the past 5 seasons. He goes missing when we need him the most. He goes missing. Yeah. Where is he? What's he doing? You know, what about his director of football? What's all that about now?
Yeah, we touched on that.
That's too late. You know what I mean? Nobody getting him in now.
No, it's.
And then do you trust Ollie with his signings?
That is.
You know, he seems to be going for this British culture. I know United are built on British players, but really looking like to say, you know, they don't build on British cultures, and
yeah,
it's hard to see where we're going at the minute, because we are just stuck on one level. But you know what? It could be worse. It could be like Arsenal. I tell you, we think we're in trouble. They're in big trouble. They just got to the Europa League final, battered 5-1, and then they come out the next day, they only have 45 million transfer budget. Who are they going to sign? They couldn't even get Lingard for us for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to be finished.
Yeah, Arsenal are. I mean, I heard him talking, I think it was Simon Jordan on Talk Sport a while ago, without Champions League football, financially Arsenal would be dying.
I know exactly, but come
dying.
on.
But we literally now, for all our financial might that Ed Woodward keeps going on about, I think it's about time. I mean,
we will sign a big name. We have to. We always do, don't we?
He likes his big names, doesn't he? But the big story.
He's not even in. Hey, the best news I read when I was away there when I got back. Ashley was supposed to go on America, innit?
Oh yeah, that was all. We got a little excited about that.
Was that been squashed?
Yeah, that being squashed because apparently
I got excited.
DC United have actually already got their quota of overseas players. You can't go there. It was a made up. I think a fake account came out of it. Just got everyone excited for the fact that they know that we hate Ashley. We don't not hate, but we just don't want the guy in the team.
That's it.
Finished.
We
simple
go in
as.
next season with Ashley Young and Phil Jones starting.
It is. I mean, we're even getting messages there now saying Ollie out. If he doesn't start getting these players in, then I don't see him making Christmas. Like you said, he's creating his own issue right now. He's saying all the right things, and we're all loving that. That's good. That's one bit about it. But you have to start backing it up now. And we all know what Ed Wood was like, dragging his feet in these transfer windows. I mean, the only thing that's come out this last week of any note, I mean, we've had the De Ligt move, but the issue with Pogba, now Zidane wanting Pogba, we've had all this rumours about massive swap deals, maybe one of 5 players in with a swap deal and cash for Pogba for Real Madrid. Well, I think it was James Rodriguez, the keeper, Navas, and it's just not the news I want to be. I don't. It's depressing.
Selling our star players.
If we get rid of Pogba, who is going to come in for that? We've already lost our other best midfielder behind him in Herrera. We lose Pogba as well, then we're stuck with a midfield of Fred, Pereira, Matic, and McTominay. Ooh, now then.
Good signs.
Now then, that is a scary thought, because we thought we was on the right track when Ollie first came in. Fellaini went, yes, here we go. There's a sign straight away, you can see. But the fact that all our players, our best players, are the ones that are being linked away is the major concern for me right now. I always said it was more about who left the club this summer for us rather than who came in. But the players that are being linked to go away are the ones that we need to be keeping. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
That's a big problem, isn't it? Because they are the best players who can win you games. The Pogbas. Even, not even getting with no strikers. If we go next season expecting Rashford to score 30 goals, that's another doom and gloom. That's another area we need to improve massively for next season, because for our top scorers to score 15 goals in a whole campaign,
it's pathetic, mate.
You're getting nowhere on that. We need a 30 plus striker, your Ronaldo's, your Van Persie's. We need a player like that.
We scored more goals, I think, in David Moyes' season than we did last season.
Yeah.
We had a better goal difference in David Moyes' nightmare season than we did last season. That's how bad it is. That's the state of our striker affair. The rumours, obviously, again, the players. I mean, Lukaku is on my list to leave. He is. He's not my major priority of who needs to go first. But again, Lukaku's been linked with a move to Inter Milan. Antonio Conte is a new manager there now. Lukaku, he would be one out for me. You agree?
Yeah, I believe he's going to Inter Milan.
Hopefully.
I think Conte's gone there and he wanted him at Chelsea, so
and then the next stupid thing I hear about that is that United actually want 80 million for him. 80 million for Lukaku. Oh my days. That is just the complete baffled head of Ed Woodward talking right there, if you ask me. He ain't going to get that.
I think Lukaku will do go well in that Italian league, though, because it's a slow league.
Yeah,
it suits his type of play. So if Inter do spend 80 million, I think it will be wise investment for a team of their calibre in the league they're in.
Yeah, no, 100%. It suits that style of football, like you said. It doesn't have to be.
We don't have to run chasing balls around.
Yeah, and in terms of another swap issue there, or not even an issue, I think Icardi is a better player than Lukaku. But again, Italian strikers, I know he's not Italian, but playing in the Italian league, Argentinian striker though, and they don't do too bad.
South Americans don't do anything for us.
They don't do anything for United.
Nothing's been mentioned about Sanchez. He should be priority now to get him gone out of that club. He should be the first person who should be on that list. The papers should be talking about him going, but there's nothing. It's going to come to it where he's going to be staying this season. I tell you now, he's staying.
Yeah.
And what's he going to offer?
God, he's offering.
He started all this.
He started the wage issue that's going to end up making us lose De Gea, in my opinion. That was literally the start of the whole meltdown that De Gea will be going in the summer. Because we're rumoured with this keeper, that keeper, I can't even say his name, the AC Milan goalkeeper, the Bakaruna Nuna, I can't even say the name, but we've been linked with him. We've been linked with, obviously, Navas from Real Madrid again. It's just, it's like, again, one of our better players, a player who deserves the contract that he's asking for, is one that's been linked to leave. Who is going to come into this club to pick us up, mate? Because I did a video the other day, and you've all seen it, about the expectation level at United, where our standards are. And for me, if you go into this season coming now without another 5 or 6 players being brought in, then I think United are 8th in the league at best, mate. That's where I see us at with that team.
Because there's going to be some big spending going on there. You got likes of Wolves. They're not backing down. They're not scared of spending. You know what I mean?
Someone left a comment about that, actually. Why are we not going for the likes of Ruben Neves and the Wolves supporter? There's a few of them who follow us, actually. Came on and replied to that comment and said Neves is going absolutely nowhere because our owners have ambition. Our owners have probably got more money than the Glazers. I don't doubt that. I said that in my other video the other day. The Glazers are not rich. They are just assets. They have assets everywhere.
Newcastle as well.
Newcastle.
You know what I mean?
It is like that. I mean, for us to be being rebuffed by the likes of Newcastle. Wouldn't be surprised if someone like Sean Longstaff doesn't end up coming to United because they've got better owners and better ambition than us now. We can't nail down these which is why I thought we should have been doing our transfer business a lot earlier. As soon as that window opened, I was expecting deals done, but...
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if you're on international duty or anything, once that contract could have been signed.
Yeah, so like I said, within this next 2 weeks now, if these deals don't go bang, 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 because we would have expected the negotiation side of it to be all done and dusted.
Just a case of signing and
bang, announcement, breaking news, Sky Sports, yellow bar, United, 2 players minimum. I mean, Daniel James, I'd expect him to come through now because he's not on the international duty because of his dad sadly dying. And then we're looking at who else. I think we should get an announcement from De Ligt one way or the other. If he go in Barcelona, if he go in United, then where we're looking, then we're going to start dragged into some melee for another centre half like Maguire or someone like that. I have absolutely no idea what player is coming into this club because the rumours have gone through crazy zone, and right now I've just got no idea what's coming in, who is coming in.
You can't
to United.
take anything from any because we get linked to everyone. Papers link us to everything, just as our papers.
Literally.
Until you know it's officially done, you can't really take anything from anything, can you?
No, mate. It's got to a stage now where anyone's putting it out there. I mean,
just to make news, just to make us still in their news. Otherwise, isn't that weird? No one cares.
No, it's not. I mean, there's obvious players out there that we can get, and the ones we all want to get are the ones where rumoured to be making stupid bids. I mean, I've been told today that United don't look like they're going to get Aaron Wan-Bissaka now because they won't pay the price for it. I mean, Liverpool went out and bought a defender from Southampton in Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, and look at him now. They paid 75 million. We all laughed. They went out and bought a goalkeeper. Broke the record for goalkeeper. Look at him last night.
And that's the thing with them. Klopp, as much as we hate him, you've got to admire him as a manager because he knew their weak links. He knew where they were struggling, and he didn't care what price it cost. He got the man and the people he wanted in Van Dijk and Alisson, and look at him now.
Exactly. Last night.
We know we need a right back, so let's get him.
Yeah.
Bring him in. It's somewhere we need strengthening. So why spend it? Who cares? Just break the bank and bring him us, and let's get us back to where we belong because it's killing us all. Everything's just killing us.
It is at the moment because it's like looking at Liverpool's blueprint there, Jurgen Klopp, and we all laughed about Klopp not winning anything in 3.5, 4 years, but the only reason he kept his job, I think, and the likes of Pochettino also at Spurs not winning anything for so long, is the style of football. Because their football was good to watch. Yeah, they're not winning everything, but the fans were coming away talking, excited.
It's like us when Ollie first come in, didn't we?
Yeah,
before we got our United back.
Literally something to watch, and that's carried on. And what he's done from there, it's obvious he's actually gone, like you said, that position there. I cannot progress that player in that position. I can't train him or make him any better. So he goes.
If you want me to chance for the league, you want me to chance for the Champions League, you're giving the money to spend on these players.
There is an obvious example of cohesion between owners and manager and the same vision. United's vision is making money, and that is it. I made a point about the Glazers and the Deepwater disaster in the Gulf, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trying to scrape 19 million in compensation, and they've been taken to court and found guilty for fiddling the books, just trying to get 19 million. That's
and the money
the type of owners that we've got. Literally, absolutely, they'd go for anything that was earning them money. It literally is a case of, can this earn us any money? Right, no, we're not buying it. We're not having it. If we had a choice between a right back, a young right back who's coming through, who actually has potential, is proven, he's had 2 or 3 years in the Premier League or high level, i.e. Wan-Bissaka or De Ligt, and we had an option to sign a Dani Alves on a cheap. Dani Alves, big name, shirt seller. I guarantee it would be Dani Alves that came into the club, rather than looking to what we need on the football pitch. Louis van Gaal has come out literally last 2 days and said at Bayern Munich, at Bayern Munich, the owners were football men. They spoke with the manager, he respected that, they knew the vision, they knew where they wanted to go, it was all about the football. At Manchester United, that's not the case. It's non-existent. They don't talk football.
It's all about the merchants and people coming and spending. Day trippers, that's what they love more.
That's
People
it.
coming and spending money, putting more money in their pockets.
No
You look at
coincidence.
Bayern Munich there, I think for the season ticket at Bayern Munich, I think it's like £300. You know what I mean? Look at Dortmund, I think it's 120 there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shows they're the club for the fans. We're the club for our owners who earn them a fortune.
And they're the ones, the German fans, who started the 20th
And they're the passionate ones,
Yeah.
And they're the passionate ones as well.
Yeah.
You know, you go to that Dortmund games, you go to them Bayern, the whole crowd is bouncing, the stadiums are bouncing, everyone, because they've got they just got the passionate fans in there.
Yeah.
They've not got all these day trippers in there because all the passionate fans are going because it's affordable to go.
We're being priced out of going.
Without a doubt, especially when you have a family as well. You know, family comes first for me now.
It is, mate.
I've done my days of watching them here, there and everywhere and following them every day at Old Trafford. It just dampens you. And the price, you think, come on, £900 for a season is ridiculous.
Mate, I know you're telling me.
And it's only going to them cunts.
Yeah. Listen, that's another point of where we are at with our owners. I was talking to Flex about this the other day, actually, when we was at Old Trafford. I just renewed my season tickets. I have 3. I have my own, which is the full adult, and I have the 2 juniors for my son and my daughter. My daughter's too young to go at the moment, so we take my nephew. He goes with us as well. And fair enough, £190 for a junior season ticket up to the age of 16. It's not an issue with that at all. But you can upgrade that ticket. I think last season it was 4 or 5 times. Pay a little bit extra for certain games to bring an adult along. Pay the adult asking price. Do you want to upgrade it? So I got a phone call from United, literally 3 weeks after buying my season ticket, saying there's been a change in the system and how it works with upgrading tickets. You now only can do it twice a season. Right, okay. So saying that, and these are the words that came out of his mouth, would you like to upgrade your children's season ticket to full adults and pay an extra £800? I was like, mate, are you
really phoned me for that?
Says you must be embarrassed asking that question. I said, just check how many times I upgraded my ticket and it will be on your system. So we checked it. And he said, yeah, you upgraded your ticket 3 times last season to an adult. So I went, so why are you asking me this question? It wasn't him. It was a young Manchester lad on the phone who'd been forced by the club to ring every single person with a junior season ticket, trying to drag more money out of every single supporter. And then what happens? Instead of announcing a player, they come out and say United have sold season tickets for next season in record time. What a load of bollocks. What a load of
Based on
bollocks.
What? Based on getting beat off Huddersfield and Cardiff? Fuck off, you ain't trying to kid.
That's it. It's like they're taking us for a ride. The Glazers' money is built off United fans' loyalty to the club.
That's a problem, isn't it?
And they're losing that now. Because I hear it all the time. Fans who've been going for 50 years, and in them 50 years there's been some dross. There really has. There's been some hard times, but there was always the passion there. And this is the first time I've heard it in all my years that they just can't be bothered watching anymore. They just even watching on TV, they cannot be bothered watching it because it's non-existent. It's non-existent.
Drains a life out, you don't know.
Ah, it's the word, mate.
The last 10 games of last season, you're just like, you know what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Especially when we had chance after chance to get top form, we kept bottling it, and it makes you lose even more interest in it. You think the players don't give a fuck.
No,
why should I give a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just going to go into some of your questions here. I said I'd try and get some of them in. There's been hundreds, so just bear with me a second. There's a lot of people saying about boycotts from United fans, cut memberships, cancel MUF TV, stop buying merch from United. I mean, it's never going to happen because MUTV lives off the foreign.
We're the biggest
off the foreign.
Actually, it just seemed we got knocked off the. Well, we overtook it.
Are they going to? Because we've lost so much money now through Champions League. Literally.
Yeah, but even that, you look at Real Madrid next season and tell you now, look at it now, linked with Hazard. Hazard's already said goodbye to Chelsea. They're not doing no messing about. They've had a bad season like us, on the same level as us this season. And I tell you what, they'll be challenging for every trophy again next season.
Yeah.
They won't be going, it takes 3 years to rebuild. Their fans won't accept that.
Equandor, yeah, I understand what you're saying there, mate. You're saying season tickets have been frozen in fairness for the last 10 years, but I can guarantee, mate, the price of everything inside the ground has gone up every single season. There's everything from programmes to food, merchandise, everything has gone up. It's not like they're doing us a favour by actually freezing the season tickets. They'll make you believe that that is something good of United, because they're making the money through all sorts of avenues beyond season tickets. Just want to quickly go on that. Oh, I've lost it now. There was a super chat there from Jesus, bear with me a second. Super chat, I think it's from my man. Oh, yeah, James Arnold. Bloody scandalous. Time for the fans to revolt. It was you, James. You're the one who started this revolt conversation on the comments. It's hard to do it. I mean, the only way that the Glazers are going to actually go out of this club is if we stay out of that Champions League. We'll lose 60 million minimum a year, and then the Adidas deal goes down by half, I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but it does drop after 2 years of not being in the Champions League, and that would hit them hard.
We've tried all the revolt, haven't we? We've tried the green and yellow scarves. Fans have left us and gone and set up FC United and stuff, you know. We had Beckham on the pitch with a scarf on.
I remember it well.
They're not bothered. They don't, because they know if one fan don't go, there's always someone else lining up, because we're that big of a club. They know there's always someone else waiting to come in.
It's exactly that. It's the season tickets again, isn't it? There'll be 1,000 foreign supporters waiting on the season ticket waiting list for every real homegrown or country, or wherever you are in the country, you come up and down supporting United. As soon as that season ticket is given up, there'll be a foreign supporter who takes it, who's probably just using it to make money selling the tickets as and when for business purposes and all things like that. It happens all the time. Not real fans. People just go there for entertainment factor because they're in the city for doing something.
Yeah, some of them though, like you say, you can't. Like say, I've been Barcelona before and watched a Barcelona game. That's what type of club we are. You do attract fans coming over to what, you know. There's nothing against them, not one bit. It's just the fact is that no matter what, we will always, Glazers will not be bothered if 1,000 people revolted. Because they know they'd always sell a ticket anyway.
Yeah, I know.
There's always people queuing up waiting to look at flights, to look at ticket prices, to come over and experience the first game at Old Trafford. And you can't blame them. We're not knocking them. It's just atmosphere and everything. It's just going. That's the way we're turning now. We're turning to
I mean, we've got fans in America. We know a few of them who've been on United stand and spoke with us. There's a few I've spoke to it outside the game, which is real fans. People, I know one guy, I don't know if he's watching, he might be, I can't honestly remember your name, but I seen him at the Chelsea away game in the FA Cup when we was at the height of everything that was good, and he recognised me in the ground. Credit to him, he came over, had a little chat with me. He says, I've come over for 6 weeks just to watch a series of United games. And I was like, man, credit to you, mate.
And that shows how big of a club we are. People
doing
spend all this money to come and watch us.
But he's not going to buy a season ticket. He can't afford to come over. So what my point is, it's not like I'm having a go at the overseas fans, because they're the ones, for me, who are even more diehard than some of the local fans as well, because they will travel just to see the odd game. But it's the ones who are the tickets that are being bought up are just being sold at a profit to make a business to other people. That's the issue. That's where it comes down. That's when it starts to hit, because they're the ones who don't care who sits in the seat. That's the way it's going. And until the club stamp down on that, they won't, because all it's doing is just lining pockets with money for the Glazers and Woodward. Then it's, again, standards. It's the video I spoke about the other day. Where are our standards? Where are the club standards on every level? Not just on the pitch, on ticketing, allocations. The real fans who apply in ballots, who can't get them, then they go out, they get sold for stupid money.
Ridiculous.
And it's just killing the real supporters, and that's why the atmosphere has been drained. The life has been drained out of Old Trafford.
What's happened with your ticket now? Because the sinking section has been moved to the bottom stand at Stretford End now, hasn't it?
I've been moved
Have you been
They
moved?
moved me, yeah.
Joking.
No, so...
By choice or?
No, they said I have to go. Because
Fuck off.
I have to go because Alfie was 1 year, that's my son, is 1 year below the age limit to be in that section. Because
What's you know, if you know, how old is your son?
he'll be 12 by the time the season starts.
So if you're 11, you're not old in Stretford.
Not in that singing section, you're not, no.
Bullshit, that's a shit excuse, that.
Yeah. What's worse
That's
about
poor,
that...
So where you sat now?
Up round the other side of the tunnel. So
Come on, that's why your lad loves going, because you're in the main bit. I went to Liverpool, I was sat in the family stand, I'd never sit in that stand again. That's how you mate. It's poor, and I can't believe they're taking you away from the atmosphere.
Yeah.
To put the singing, at least give you the choice of moving. If you wanted to go and move with sitting your lad because you don't want to be up, well, yeah, of course.
We'd have
Your
stayed
lad
there.
loves it just as your lad's as passionate as you know what I mean? So he wants to be involved. He don't want to be sat there going, oh yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's going to come to.
What's the difference between that and the going away games? Because it's the away games it's exactly the same atmosphere.
Exactly.
And they don't mind selling us the tickets then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We're buying tickets.
That's scandalous, that.
It's just going to go through a few more of your questions. Oh my God, there's a lot, so bear with me. Liverpool won more Europa Champions League than the rest of Britain. Big party in Liverpool, yeah.
Big party, 2 days. No one will remember that Squidward of the final. It's gone. No one's even talking about it now. No one is talking about. That's the best thing ever. No one is talking about that Champions League final.
No, it's dire. The only thing the only reason everyone's talking about it is because they keep throwing Liverpool in our faces, to be honest. Chris K, Adam, I think that no matter who we bring in, if they play with Ashley Young, Smalling, Jones, or Lukaku, Sanchez, thoughts, please. No, it doesn't matter who comes in. I've mentioned this before myself. If any decent player comes in and is looking to work alongside and play to his best of ability, and alongside him is the likes of Jones, Smalling, Young, Lukaku, Sanchez, whoever else it could be in there, Matic, then they're not going to be able to perform to the best of their ability. You take Pogba out of United and put him in that Real Madrid team, I think you're talking a different player straight away.
Without a doubt.
You're talking...
And he does need the players around him, Pogba, he does. You know what, another one as well, Martial, he's got to up his game this season, because if he don't, he's time to cut our ties with him as well. Sanchez.
I've had endless conversations with people about Martial, and I've said, look, I'm all for it. Give Martial a number 9 shirt, put him back in the number 9 position, say, look, there's 10 games, let's go. If this season doesn't work for you, see you later, mate. Yeah, this is the time when we need you now.
We can't keep sitting and hoping he's going to turn into...
No, we can't. We can't. You come, you failed, you give it a go, you failed, move it on. Don't wait around. I mean, there was a comment that came out the other day. Ollie's looking to give players a chance who failed under other managers. I'm hoping that's a fake account and that's made up, because that just spells disaster. And it's in hope that Ollie actually does well, and we want him to do well, but
we love him.
He won't do well with that squad.
He needs a backing. He needs backing. He didn't get no backing in January. He was happy with his squad, but now... I get that in January, because it's all rush signings in January, but you got to back him down, and some we've got to back him. We can't go in this next season and sign 2 or 3 players. We need 4 or 5 minimum.
Easily, and it has to be the right quality, and it has to be
not 16-year-olds.
It has to be in the right position. It has to be in the right position. Who else have we got here? Ziyech, 25 million. Call me Rizzy. Yeah, from Ajax. He's okay. He's a decent player again, and was part of that Ajax team that went so far and did so well in the Champions League. Obviously, they won the Dutch league, but again, it always fears me. All I think about with players coming from Holland is Memphis Depay. He was the biggest thing since sliced bread. He came over young, built like a tank. He looked like he was built like Rooney, like he was ready for the Premier League.
He just were.
And then, oh God, it's like that's the ultimate fear. It's like
He
literally
seems to have calmed down a bit good since he's
France.
moved over there, wasn't he? Because he's always about his bling, 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 wasn't he? When he come over
Yeah.
here, have look at me, I've made it. Like Ratford and his dog collar thing, what he pictures he had on the other day. But there's seen a lot of people going on about Greenwood.
Yeah.
Mate, we're more than Greenwood. We can't go into next season expecting Greenwood to be leading our line. I get him.
No.
I hope we do see more of him.
He's not
But
quite...
to think we're going into next season relying on Greenwood, no, we're asking for failure. Same as Chong.
Yeah, I mean they're good, and we want them to be integrated in next season. But no one in the right mind would think that they are going to be mainstays playing every single week at United.
Like everyone going about the class of '92. Listen, you're never going to get that again. The Premier League didn't have the biggest teams like they have now. There was 2 or 3 teams back then. Now you're talking 6, 7.
They have the money of all the teams
well,
have got
that's
now.
it, yeah.
You can't come out like Woodward does and flex your financial muscle, because you've got the Wolves owners, like I said, Leicester looking to spend big. These are teams who are right behind us.
These Saudis get
Newcastle coming in, that's a gold mine up there, and they are football driven.
Yeah.
The only
with Rafa behind them as well.
Yeah, RAF 616. The only way the Yanks will be forced to spend 300 or 400 million that needs spending is to cut. We'll be facing from Adidas for missing Champions League in 2 years. Yeah, a few people have said that. Literally, for the Glazers to spend some money is the threat of actually losing these sponsorship deals to the likes of Adidas and Chevrolet, places like there will be clauses in them deals that would scare the Glazers into actually spending money to keep us just in that top 4, because just in the top 4 is where they want to be.
I'd be surprised if we don't spend big money this summer, because look, when we got Mourinho in and we missed out, he let him spend. He spent big. He got us back in the Champions League. Then they signed us. Then they let us get Fred. You know what I mean? But before that, we got Pogba in. We got Lukaku.
Exactly.
And then we got back in the Champions League and we got Fred.
Oh God, I know. And that was just like, I mean, he looked good, and this is my fear with a lot of the players that are being linked with United. It's like going forward, they're all saying Portuguese league with Bruno Fernandes. He looks like a good player, he really does. But Fred looked like a great player at Shakhtar.
I don't blame Fred. I blame United for. It's like me. I drive machines in where just because I drive a machine, my boss comes to me and say, mate, we go and drive that rocket. I can't do it. That's like Fred. He's come from that Eureka League to the Premiership. He's just not capable of doing it. It's nothing against him. He's a good player, but he's just not capable of doing it in the Premier League.
No.
He's not capable of doing it. And I've seen nothing of him to think, he's going to change. He'll come good. Because people get these clips on of one of the games in the Champions League where I think he done about 10 passes and they were all good passes and he was moving the ball forward. But come on, one game. Anyone can get a clip like that. You can get a clip of Luke Chadwick up on YouTube and you think, fucking hell, he's good.
Yeah, it is. It's got to a stage where we're looking at players now thinking, they look all right, but until he put that United shirt on, we can't judge him.
I think that's why Ollie's going down more like the British players, because he knows they know the culture, they understand the Premier League. Even if he's not played in Premier League before, they still get what the Premier League's all about. They get the toughness of it. And don't get me wrong, the British players are a lot tougher than the foreign players because they're diving all over the show, aren't they? But that's why I think Ollie's gone for the British players. And like Gary Neville come out the other day, we need to get our identity back signing. Yeah. British players, get the culture back at United, because we was always based on British players. It always was. It was. And then it's only over the last few years we've gone down to having a team full of foreign players.
Which is, if you can't see anything or any comments or anything coming up at the moment, I think I'm just having some sort of issue. I don't know what's going on, so we're just going to keep talking just in case you can actually still see us, but one of our screens has gone blank, so we ain't got much more to go on, so let's just carry on with what we were going at. And then to finish off with pretty much now is the likes of players that need to be going out of United, like Sanchez, like Lukaku, the players that are coming out and talking on social media, like Lukaku, trying to get fit Sanchez coming back to training earlier. People are going to start falling for this now because, like you said, they're seeing nothing else, and then they'll end up being convinced.
Last season, Sanchez, didn't he?
If Ollie keeps persisting by saying that we are going to make these players better, the ones that have failed last year and the years before under different managers, then where are we going to go?
What makes Ollie think he's better than Mourinho, Van Gaal? These couldn't get these players any better, so why does Ollie think he's capable of getting them any better? I don't get it.
No, it's got to a stage of where, yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying, Ollie.
Is he getting told he's not getting much?
That's the one.
Come out and say this to calm it down a bit, because for me, I thought Ollie needed to be ruthless when he come in, and I think he has turned a bit into a yes type of manager to the Woodwards, and that's the type of manager Woodward likes. That's why he hated Mourinho, because Mourinho would attack him, and you know what, he's a lovely man. He seems a lovely man outside the pitch. He's not the type of manager who'll come out and slate at Woodward.
No.
He'll just make it easy and he'll work round it, where he won't come blatantly out and slag him off as much as Mourinho did when he said, don't ask me, ask Woodward what's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. That is, again, it's the ultimate fear of every United fan, the fact that Ollie could just literally be another puppet on the end of a string, and that would be a recipe for disaster. That would be him out before Christmas for me.
He's got to start off well, he's got to start, because, like I say, we need to be back where we belong. Otherwise, we're just going to fall further and further. Look how far behind we are now, Liverpool and City. If we don't close that gap next season, oh my God.
Yeah, we've just got to show bits of progress each year, going on each year. Now, we're not expecting to win the title next year, but we can get better, maybe get into it.
Go.
Yeah, get the style of football right, give it a go, then literally we're going to be, it's all we can hope for right now, and that brings back the expectations again. I know it sounds bad, but just to be better than last year, it's got to be our aim at the moment, because maybe we'll get a decent cup run and something will come of that, but we don't know what's going to happen. This summer's not giving us any confidence whatsoever, so where do we go from there? Right, guys, I think I am having major technical issues right now, so I'm going to end the video there. If you are still watching, thanks for all the comments. They've just gone on a blank zone again. Nothing's coming up. Sorry we didn't mention you in the comments. I don't know what has happened or what technical issue I'm currently having. I can only apologise. So I'm just going to say thanks to Paul for coming on, mate. Cheers, buddy. We'll be back soon enough with another show. I've actually got a few requests for people to come on the video chat along with me and Paul as well, so we get a few different views all at the same time. Again, give the video a like, people watching it from the recording. Thanks for tuning in, watching it. Hit subscribe if you're watching for the first time. Again, sorry for any technical issues if you can't see me right now or if nothing is coming up. I'm just talking to a blank screen, hopefully that you are seeing it. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you. Have a good evening. See you in a week, probably around midweekish, with hopefully some better news, maybe even some signings for United, and looking forward to that. Catch you guys soon. Bye bye. I hope that fucking came out alright. Something fucking came on there. Please try later. Playback ID. Oh, fucking hell.
It's hard to get used to it all, isn't it?